Makes me happy, makes me cry. Makes me happy, makes me cry. Makes me happy, makes me cry. Makes me happy, makes me cry.
It was done in the local newspaper, and I blew it up and had a mural done. But these are actually the parents of the kids that went to this school, and you can see that in the attire that this was 1800s.
Oh, wow.
If you look at the hats and the clothes that these people had on, and then the kids right here in the newspaper article, and this is one of the people that actually went to the school, and his father, I believe, was one of the men that joined with the Worthams to build the school.
Wow.
But the school was built back then, and it was moved here. It was a half a mile on Satterwhite Point Road.
Right.
They moved it here in the 1900s for one of the great grandmothers to stay in.
Okay.
And they did some renovations to it.
Okay.
And then when I bought it last year, I did some renovations as well to preserve it, but I used all the original lumber and everything.
Okay.
That
Wow.
yeah, I used, but this is where my nephew lives.
Okay.
And it was a one-room schoolhouse. Now it's a one-bedroom house.
Okay.
With a kitchen. Okay, this is the Wortham Cemetery. This is where the family is buried from all the way back from the 1800s. And the slave cemetery is right across here behind the schoolhouse. Now, the Wortham Cemetery, they have marble and granite tombstones, unlike the rocks that we have over here. But in the late 1800s, the newspapers covered an article where George Wortham, that had Henderson Mineral Springs that was selling the water, he came through. This fence wasn't here. I put this fence up about 6 months ago.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So it was an open site. But George Wortham discovered some disturbed soil in the graveyard. He dug it up, and it was a soapbox with a mulatto baby inside. He went to the sheriff, and he talked to them about what had happened, and he wanted to see if maybe a hand or somebody had raped a slave or a family member, but they dropped the case. I have the article inside, and the article says that the mulatto baby was allowed to be buried in the family cemetery.
So that tells
So,
you,
even back then, there was segregation.
right.
They didn't want a drop of their blood in the slave cemetery. But you got marble and granite tombstones.
Of course.
And there are two rocks over here. No name, but two rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And the newspapers disclose that. So we're gonna go inside. and
Wow.
you'll see
Okay.
that this is the Wortham Cemetery.
Okay.
George Wortham, 1851 to 1831, 8 to 1931.
And they came
Watch.
over today? Okay, they came over today too?
Yes, they came over today, and these flowers are new.
Okay.
That the family put these fall flowers in
Okay.
today.
Okay, I'm gonna come on over. When you purchased the property, did they ask if they would be allowed to continue to?
Well, they didn't ask. I told them.
Okay.
I said I will make sure that that it's taken care of. You don't have to have anybody to
Right.
cultivate it. So me and my guys keep this maintained for the family.
Okay. So
And these are the two rocks that the newspaper talked about.
Any suggestions as to what those two rocks represent?
Those two rocks, the newspaper said that the mulatto baby was allowed to be buried here. But just like, these rocks are just like in the slave graveyard.
Right.
But the tombstones are not.
Okay.
So there was already segregation going on back then.
Yes, yes. Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Spellman.
This is one of the features that I put here for my grandbabies. And if you scan, all of this area right here was wooded area. When I bought this part 2 years ago, I bought the other part, the slave plantation area, last year.
Right.
But I wanted a place for my grandbabies to come, so I built them the treehouse that you see here.
Right.
And just cut a path through for them to ride through. And then I put in tire swings and other things. But I wanted a pond so I can have ducks and fish. So I came back and I put a rope last summer around some trees, and I started digging in the middle of that area with a shovel and pickaxe.
Wow.
Until I could afford to get the machines, and I came in and dug a pond.
Oh, I
And
want to see it.
The pond is 7 feet deep on one end
Okay.
and 12 feet deep on the other end.
Okay.
And this is what we were able to do.
Oh, wow.
And actually, the golf carts will ride through here. I designed it so it can ride through here and out the other gate. Let's see if
Oh.
getting the ducks some food. Let's see if they'll come.
No, they will. Hey.
They probably ate. Let's go.
Oh, one of them trying to.
And I stocked this with fish.
Right.
So
What type?
It's got brim,
Uh-huh.
crappie, catfish, and bass.
Now they're being bashful.
They've already
They've
eaten.
already. Okay.
We feed them every day.
Okay.
But, we usually have.
Here they come. This is. I see why you named it Back to Eden. It feels like heaven.